Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered! Today, gonna be a match between Mong and HamburgerSasu. Here on a fastest map, top right, we have a blue Protoss. It is Mong. And right next door, but unbeknownst to Mong, it is a red Terran player, HamburgerSasu. This is another replay from Joe's fastest StarCraft casts. Go ahead and click the link in the description if you like fastest map replays. Joe is pretty darn good and knowledgeable at this. And his channel is growing, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button for him and leave a comment that says Falcon sent ya. I will be happy with you if we do. Alright. And okay, so again, Joe is a patron of mine at $10 a month, which gives him the right to send me any replay he wants every single month once, and I will cast it, no questions asked. And this is for the month of September. Alright, man, so a PvT here on a fastest map. Okay, so double racks opening here. And, Nexus first. It's an 8-player map, so being scouted right away is not very common. But it's still a risk to go Nexus first here against a Terran player. And, oh my gosh. Okay, so trip 3 racks. Is it going to be 4? Is it going to be 4 HamburgerSasu? HamburgerSasu, an extremely well-known player in the land of fastest map. He's good at it. He's really strong at this. Like, watching him lose is a transcendental experience. You're just like, what happened? Where am I? Hamburger lost the fastest map. But Mong's a professional who's been around for a very long time, and while maybe not a super common fastest map player, obviously knows what he's doing here. Went for the Nexus first, into a 2-gate opening with a Forge. And, okay, so Marine's gonna get here before these gateways are... Oh, gateways are finishing, but before a Zealot comes out. So Marine finds him. Marine finds Mong. Mong's like, oh boy, this is not great. He's already got Marines out. They're running around. I need to start Zealot production now, but Zealots aren't great against Marines if they're being microed well. Gotta use probes to try to get some hits off on these guys while I can. Look at that. Look at that little bit of HP that's missing. That's a probe hit right there. More Marines coming all the time. A bunker would not be bad. I really don't think so. He's waiting for reinforcements, but killing this pylon. Hamburger's all actually supply blocked. That's not great. Mong is not supply blocked. Mong can lose this pylon and not get supply blocked. So the pylon is going to die. And by that I mean later, probably. But yeah. So the Zealots do take 1,000,000 hits for a Marine to kill. But, okay, no Marines die. That's awesome. Pylon dies like I promised it would. And probe running around to see what's going on and seeing no gas being taken at all. And 3 racks just constantly pumping. These Marines did lose a couple Marines there to the Zealots. Okay, that's good. That's good. It's good for Mong here to whittle down that Marine count, if just a little bit. Cannons up. Cannons are really good against unupgraded Marines. Not as good against Marines that, you know, have upgrades and stuff. But, okay, can we hit? Bunker coming up. Ooh, can we handle 3 Zealots, though? I don't know, man. This is real dicey for trying to... Okay, Zealot dead, Marine dead, SCV dead. SCV dead on this bunker, but Zealot pays for it with his life. Does get 2 hits off, which is nice, but the priority of killing the SCV, building that bunker is a big deal. More cannons coming up back here. More pylons coming up back here, too. He knows he's being contained, and that he can't really break out all that easily, and this is, again, a very, very strong 1,000,000 Marine march here. Double command center on the follow-up from HamburgerSasu. So I do think that Hamburger really intended to kill Mong here, but with the cannon placement and more cannons coming up all the time, man, this Zealot is trying to buy just time for these gateways to not go down, but I just don't know if it was worth it, dude. Oh, that Marine wanders into cannon fire and dies. I guess he was there to scout and see what was going on up here, and it's cannons. So yeah, if you know your opponent doesn't have any gas income, so he's not going to have tanks anytime soon, then absolutely get cannons up against these unupgraded Marines, because no gas also means no upgrades. You're not getting the range upgrade. You're not getting the attack upgrade, right? Dude, these gateways are just taking so much fire. The Citadel of Adun gets target fire too. Takes it down. Gateway. Oh, getting the cannon's probably a good thing to kill. don't think it's going to be able to get up here. And this is... Mong's just like, look, I gotta keep building stuff here, because if I don't, I'm gonna die. I need a wall of some kind, even if it dies very quickly. I need it to just buy time so these Marines don't start jumping in. Oh, that's another dead Marine. Is he have a rally up here? He might have a barracks rally like here or something crazy. Don't do that. So this is an absolutely bonkers opening. Guess what's in production though? A Reaver. A little guy named Reaver here. Is he a Warbringer? I don't know. We'll have to see, won't we? The gateways are falling so fast and heavy. Production capabilities are bad. Back home, guess what we're doing? Gas. Factories. Additional barracks. Marine dies. Zealot dies. That's not a good trade. It's not a good trade. The cannons keep trying to come up here. It's another gateway that dies. A Marine dies for it. But my gosh. Alright, so we've done enough damage here, thinks Hamburger. Probably. We probably have. But guess who's going for a Reaver drop right now? Yeah, that's right. It's Mong. He's actually up 47 to 33 total workers. Is he waiting? He's waiting for a second Reaver. He's like, one Reaver's good. But you know what's even better? Two Reavers. So we're making gateways because we've got 0 right now. Replace a Citadel of a Dune. And are we getting upgrades on that? Nope, no Zealot legs here, but going for a Templar Archives. Probably for storm drops in the future if I had to guess. So now these Marines are defensive. They've got medics to heal them up of their wounds they took from Zealots earlier, and they're now topped off. That's great. Now they know, because they saw, right? They saw this. The robotics facility, they saw the robotics bay. They know Reaver drops are in the future. So, at this point, if you're Mong, do you go for it? Do you try to go for a big time hit to the economy of Hamburger, or do you just kind of sit back, macro up, know that you have a worker advantage, because you went for the Nexus first. You have a worker advantage here. That said, 3 command centers versus 2 Nexuses. Do the math there, yeah? Marines are checking to see if there are any extra sneaky bases getting taken by Mong anywhere, but nope, what you see is what you get up here in this top right-hand corner for the Blue Protoss. Yeah, it's got turrets all up along this side. He knows. He knows. And this right next door position, we saw this. We saw this when it was Buell. Was it Buell versus Hamburger? It might have been Buell versus Hamburger, but it was right next door, PvT. And the Terran just put tanks up on the high ground and then creeped them down to the low ground and kept pushing and kept pushing and kept pushing. And it was so stupid hard to deal with. For the Protoss, it was a bad time. So I don't know if we're going to see that from Hamburger in this game, but... Oh, does he has to kill his own Cyber Core? Does he? He's got shuttles. Like, I don't know why you want to walk your Reavers out anyway. But alright, he's going to kill his own Cyber Core with the replacement coming up there at the top. Fair enough, I suppose. So we've got, you know, a pretty good setup here. We've got 3 shuttles with 1, 2, 4 Reavers among them. Couple High Templar. Storm's getting finished up on the research there. No Corsairs to absorb the early attacks from the missile turrets that are going to be firing when these guys show up. Oh, just kidding. We're making Corsairs now. Okay. So that's fair. Yep, that is a very standard thing that we see from Protoss when they're dropping is Corsairs to absorb hits from missile turrets. So the shuttles aren't taking all of the damage there. So here we go. Drop numero uno has commenced. Oh my gosh, the Marines. Okay, alright, a lot of dudes die, that's for sure, but big time Marine hit. Reaver dies. Oh, Zealot's doing fantastic here too. Yep, Reaver's got a bunch of kills, but that is a pretty good hold. Plus the SCV pull I think was great. Still got 61 SCVs here. I don't think any big hits came on the SCVs at all during all of the chaos that was dropped. Numero uno. We're going back. You won't expect an attack this soon, says Mong. Storm drop attempt. Great pull. Oh my gosh, that was a sick pull. Bunch of Marines keep dying here, but you know what? SCV count, healthy. Healthy. Hamburger has been around the block before. He knows how to expect these drops. He knows when he sees them, it's time to just pull. You pull the SCVs. Do you lose mining time? Absolutely. Do you lose 40 SCVs in one go? No, you do not. So that's the smart play. Yeah, I love these types of matches because it's a professional StarCraft 1 player, right? Brood War player who's excellent at 1v1 and would probably wipe HamburgerSasu like all over the floor in a 1v1 match, but this is HamburgerSasu's domain. This is where he lives. He lives in fastest map and has for a very long time. And therefore can do this kind of stuff. Chaos though. Storm is too late. The SCV pull comes in again. Yes, there are so many SCVs, they look like some kind of a snake. And we're still at 70 SCVs. Mong's continuing to produce probes very nicely. Production tab looks great for him. But it's going to be Tank Marine for the time being. The Marines are going to be the anti-air. And just the resources lost here have just got to be favoring Hamburger. I know he's lost a bunch of Marines, but they're cheap. But he's been killing Reavers and High Templar and Corsairs and Shuttles and Zealots and Gateways. I wish we could pull up the resources lost tab now instead of, you know, later, but actually you can't see resources lost. You just get to see, yeah, how many buildings were destroyed. Not as useful, but that's okay. We know we are experts in this field, you and I, fastest map watchers, and sometimes players. Hey look, it's a crazy angle. Guess who has 1 million Marines again though? Oh, got a storm off. Okay, that killed a couple. But the SCV pull, once again, was insanely good. And he's at 66 SCVs. Sure, Mong's at 84, okay? But I think he's replacing some of these SCVs. I was going to say, I'm not sure how worried about SCV count right now Hamburger is, but he's triple pumping them. Or he was for a second. He's actually kind of stopped here. Alright, shuttle. Oh man, shuttle down. This shuttle was a decoy. Ah, that sucks. But we unloaded over here, killed some Marines with Storm, and then Zealots were a minor problem, but whatever. Yeah, Hamburger, you know what? He's done great. He's defending exceptionally well. He's gotten absolutely 0 attacks down on the other side of the map here. Zealots. That bunker's going to die to these Zealots, but the Zealots are also going to die. So that's probably a fair trade. A bunker for a bunch of Zealots and a couple Marines. Yeah. Fair exchange. Fair exchange. A couple pylons over this location. I guess maybe to see if a drop sneaks out that way. But so far, Hamburger's been pretty happy to defend. He's building some Valkyries to help deal with the constant dropping, but million Zealots. Okay. It's like, you know, that smaller group of Zealots did pretty well on that initial attack. So let's do it again. While we're dropping here. Unload. Storm's a tank. Unload. Nope. Decoys. SCVs got out of there. SCVs coming back into work. Still 71 workers. Again, this has just been... This is Hamburger, yo. This is Hamburger with just a masterclass of how to deal with really intense, consistent drops from a Protoss who is professional level, right? Finish the bunkers. Sell it down. Sell it down. Going again. Yep, Valkyrie is getting hits once again. And decoy shuttles. Decoy shuttles make it to the target, but they're decoy shuttles, so they don't mean anything. The poor medics, they're just like, we keep losing HP to these storms, but the Marines are glad to take the storms because the SCVs are not taking them. They're just not. I don't know what these guys are trying to do. Maybe build more gas geysers, but it seems for the moment they're hanging out. There we go. Time for some refineries. Refinery production has begun. Building additional gateways, kind of running out of room in the main base a little bit here, is Mong. And another round of Zealots, probably, yeah, in conjunction with another attack. This is just Zealots, though. Oh, sneaky attack. Catches me by surprise. Gets a storm up, but once again, not on the SCVs. This is crazy. I can't believe not one of these has connected yet. That Hamburger, he's absorbed something like, what, 10 drops? And not lost, you know, any more than a couple SCVs to them. Absolutely insane defense from someone who is concertedly trying to kill you as hard as they can. Alright, let's do it again, boys. Where are we dropping, boys? The zealots say to each other, because they're playing Fortnite, apparently. My kids are back on Fortnite. Have I told you about my kids' love-hate relationship with Fortnite? They go from loving it and playing it every day to suddenly, out of nowhere, it's for babies, and they hate it, and they never play it for months and months. Like 3, 4, 5 months. Never touch it. At all. 0. And then all of a sudden one day it's cool again, and they're playing for a while. I don't get it. It's just a completely on-again, off-again relationship with Fortnite. Front door attack. This is not zealot tight for some reason. Is it not? You can wall off against zealots. I've done it. I don't know. Is he just... He's cool with this, right? He's cool with them coming in. I don't know. Where's the drop coming from? Here it is. Oh, that Valkyrie group, though, is not messing around. Obliterates that drop. A lot of Marines continue to die today to Psionic Storm, but once again, they're willing to do it in service of their SCV brethren, without whom nobody would even be alive. We'd all be dead without these SCVs, they say. And they are not wrong about that. So what I'm really surprised about is we're 16 minutes into this thing, and Hamburger's not put tanks up here. He's not tried for a tank drop at all. Where it looks pretty easy, right? There's no cannons along here at all. You wander up, you unload a couple tanks like here, and you fire, and you go for it, right? I'm not saying it's going to win, but he's not even attempted it. The bad thing about these drops combined with zealots is there's no anti-air. So... I guess there's Dragoons here now, so the Valkyries don't just have free reign. Okay, are we going more traditional, just kind of mashing face against the front door? My gosh. Wow. I mean, it's just like, Eight SCV kills is pretty good. But still at 74 SCVs. Okay, this is a larger problem. The front door does get broken by these +2 Dragoons and zealots, and suddenly Marines are not doing super well. There's a reason we don't see Marines at 17 minutes in regular PvTs, and that's because Zealot Dragoon is actually pretty fantastic against them. All things considered. Oh, that upgrade is going to get canceled. Vehicle weapons upgrade denied. Oh, vehicle armor upgrade also denied. Okay, that's a problem. 2-2 for the tanks, gone. He has to restart that whole upgrade. It was like 99% complete. Uh-oh. Is Hamburger, is he going to lose the streak here? Is he going to lose everything that he holds dear? Wraith production, by the way. Okay, that was really well done. Wraith production here from Hamburger. Zealots just, you know, killing what they can. They're not picky. Ooh, we're making some vultures. Okay, so now he's transitioning into mech. He lost the vehicle attack upgrade and armor upgrade that he wanted, but vultures with +1 attack are still pretty good. Wait. +2 attack? Did that... What? Wait, what? I thought it was 1-1. Oh, wait. He had... Wait, what? So confused. That's fine. He had another set of armories here. Maybe that was vehicle... Maybe that was air attack. That was researching. Maybe it was, because he had 4 armories. But whatever. Maybe I got the icons all confused. Hallucination coming in, and air weapons getting researched too for Mong. That's very fun. We don't see hallucination enough in these games. It's fun. It's a fun upgrade. Just continuing to throw zealots up here. Spider Mine's pretty good at dealing with larger groups of zealots because of the splash damage aspect. Which if you're trying to deal with, you know, Zerglings, zealots, anything you can kind of en masse and send at the enemy, splash damage is going to be good. Which is why we have siege tanks here too. Vultures are good just because they do bonus damage to the zealot. And anything that does bonus damage to something in StarCraft is going to be a pretty good counter indeed. Corsair trying to burn down an engineering bay all by himself. Wraiths taking down a High Templar, wandering into Terranville for some reason. Goliaths in production, more tanks all the time. 198 to 193 supply. Mong has a bit of a bank here. They're kind of swapping, right? Mong has minerals, Hamburger has gas, as far as banks are concerned, but they're pretty close economically at this stage. Still making Marines. He still likes the Marines for the anti-air capabilities. He still likes them for, I don't know, zealot capabilities to some extent. They got +1/+1. This guy has 1 HP and is feeling fine. He's dead, but he's feeling fine. Yeah, very dead. Uh-oh, uh-oh. 73 SCVs. Valkyries. Chasing everything away. Storm's trying to catch him, hitting tanks while you're at it. Dragoon attack a little bit harder to deal with Valkyries, it turns out, and with Wraiths, as it turns out. So +3, +2, +3 on the Dragoons here in 20 minutes. 24 Zealots at a time in production there for just a second. You know, denies an upgrade there. That did deny a vehicle attack upgrade, I'm pretty sure. That one did. Ooh. That one probably too. Yeah, the Marines are not the answer here. Not with 1-1. It's got to be running into siege tanks, but the denial of these upgrades has been insanely good for Mong. Is Mong going to win this through sheer upgrade advantage? Having 3-2-3 upgrades against a 2-1 mech upgrade and a 1-1 bio upgrade means just kind of in direct conflict, you're going to be okay. That firebot runs to his death. I mean, even if you only have +2 attack on your siege tanks, if you have enough of them, Dragoons are just going to die. Oh, he did the high ground thing. He heard me. He was like, all right, Falcon, for you, I'm going to do the high ground tank thing. And then Zealots that try to come through here to come down this way are going to get hit. And weakened. Probably not die, but, you know, weakened is good too. Boom. Bum. Building. Ooh, he's going for a carrier transition down here. But guess what? There's a sneaky Marine with red on his gun barrel to signify he's red right now. Change his color, right? Yeah, so the purple. Figured red versus blue was best. That's what I did. Yeah, we're going carriers down here, which Hamburger knows something's happening, and he knows it's a Stargate. So that's great. That's good. Lucky. Kind of lucky scouting, to be honest. Tanks on the high ground causing you some problems. Tanks on the low ground also causing you some problems. The Valkyries just sniff out a drop and kill it before it showed up. That's actually sick if that happened. I feel like that's what did, in fact, happen here. But there we go. Carrier capacity, air weapons coming in. Valkyries in fastest map, not actually bad. Not actually bad against carriers, because they can evaporate the interceptors pretty quickly. I don't have any upgrades at all, though, and that's going to be a problem for this. Armory is quiet. Need this armory to be upgrading something. HamburgerSasu. Hey, look, we're just casually building 6 carriers at a time at 20 minutes, because that's what fastest map is. Oh, and shield batteries to boot. That's why fastest map is fun. We see stuff we never see in 1v1s at the professional level. Shield batteries, ton of Valkyries, right? I mean, stuff you just don't see. Orbiter Tribunal coming in here too. And really, at this point, the trick to fastest map is maxing out, spending all of your supply, and then remaxing as fast as you can, right? I mean, Goliaths they trade better than Marines do. Man, these little Dragoon attacks that come down to the southern part of Hamburger's base have been very good today. Like, really good today. Yeah, killing the SCV, building another armory, great job. He's just been consistently denying and slowing down upgrades for Hamburger for the last 10 minutes, it feels like. Hey, we're getting an upgrade. I like how there's Zealots on the high ground. We can't get down from here. Man, it's too many Zealots, actually, for those tanks to handle, because they don't have upgrades. If they had +3, it'd be a different story. These poor guys. What do we do? Run. How do we get off this thing? Martha, get me off this crazy thing. Okay, bye. That's it. But carriers are here. Is Hamburger getting caught by? Surprise. Really classic PvT, isn't it? Like, there are some things that don't change in this matchup, even if it's in a fastest map. Surprise carrier transitions are the bane of Terrans everywhere. They hate it. And production tab does not seem to indicate that Hamburger knows, right? He's got a handful of Goliaths, sure. He's got a, you know, a bunch of +1 Valkyries, but he does not have enough. Ooh, mind control coming in. He just doesn't have enough. He's going for that drop I was talking about. He's doing it. Probe pull. Probe pull. Probe pull. 87 probes. 73. 38 probes. 28 probes. This is what I was talking about. It was. How insane is it that Mong has tried to do this to Hamburger 15 to 20 times today? And Hamburger tries it once and is hugely successful. Just obliterates the probe count entirely. I'd feel better about it if, you know, Hamburger was moderately ready for carriers. I guess we're making 6 Goliaths at a time. So he's got something of an inkling that there's going to be carriers coming. This Marine, he died, but it was in service of scouting the fact that there's stuff down here. So the carriers reveal themselves. There's a billion missile turrets here, which actually I kind of really like. I mean, Mong's got 5,000 minerals, so replacing interceptors is not a monetary concern. It's more of a time concern, right? If you're constantly replacing... Where are these command centers going? If you're constantly replacing interceptors, you're dead. You need to stop. What is this Arbiter doing other than committing suicide? Alright, so the Arbiter commits suicide. Right? If your interceptors are all dead, your carriers are dead meat until you replace them, which is not easy. Yeah, I think Hamburger didn't know. He's going to send his tanks over now to try to get as much value out of them as he can. Up to 40 probes again. Hamburger's at 50 SCVs. What happened? Ah, did I miss the one drop? Did they drop each other at the same time and Hamburger lost like 30 SCVs? I am shamed. I guess I just assumed that Mong's drops aren't going to do anything. That's what I get for assuming. Yeah, look at these tanks. Like, we don't care about your cannons. We're not even going to siege up. So this is happening, and this is happening on the other side, and the Valkyries are pretty happy to... Ooh, take storms, actually. That's not good. Actually, just happy to kill interceptors as much as they can. Siege tanks killing these Nexuses would be a big-time deal. Like, a really big deal. There we go. So firing on some probes, down to 31 probes. Again, after making some... 20 probes. After making some progress! It's Wraiths, it's Goliaths, it's Valkyries. We have an Observer in this group, right? Like, we have to have an Observer down here, because if Cloaked Wraiths win this thing, and Mong wasn't ready for it, I'm going to be shocked. Get the Nexus. What are you even firing on? Whatever you want, apparently. Focus fire. I know you're worried about microing over on this other side of the map. I get it. I do. Mong's getting some good value here, though. He's got some Reavers on the ground. Killing SCVs. It's 9 probes to 37. Oh, it gets a storm off. But the probes are elsewhere. I don't know where. God, storms on the Goliaths are pretty good. This is just absolute chaos. Abject chaos, you might say. Right here. The siege tanks, some of them are coming back because there's some ground army to deal with, apparently, like these High Templar and these Reavers. Focusing on these Nexuses would be pretty hot. Because Mong's running out of money. So this is an insane game. Thanks again, Joe, from Joe's Fastest StarCraft Casts. He sends me good stuff, y'all. Be sure to check him out. Click the link in the description or search Joe's Fastest StarCraft Cast in your YouTube search bar. Because this is just... I mean, this is Mong's army. This is it. He's up 168 to 96 army supply. But he doesn't have any money left over, nor does he really have the ability to build anything. And look at Hamburger building a home away from home over here. So he's the one that's got the summer home. When traditionally in PvT it's the Protoss, I'm really shocked we're not focusing down this. Like, his attention has got to be just somewhere else right now, Hamburger does. Kill the Nexus! Or, you know, whatever. It's fine. I guess you're covering the mineral income. So the fact that Mong is not setting up another way to get income concerns me greatly for him. I know he's winning this battle. I know he looks unstoppable and probably feels unstoppable, considering how this is going with plus 333 carriers, mind you. The Valkyries weren't enough. The Wraiths weren't enough. He stasised his own carriers there. Maybe he doesn't have an Observer. That'd be funny if Cloaked Wraiths were causing so much a problem he had to stasis the Wraiths. It would make sense. I don't think he has an Observer with this army. I can't see one, but it's pretty tricky to try to see, right? Alright, so that... Okay, hang on. Are they 9? Well, yes. Because they got stormed, but otherwise... Cloaked Wraiths, man. This is what everybody talks about. At least one person brings up when carriers show up in a PvT. Just make some Cloaked Wraiths and beat them, they say. Usually, that's easier said than done. My gosh, he's gonna let this Nexus live. Of all the things to allow to live here, you chose to allow this Nexus to live and give Mong some hope. No, wait. Oh, he's making a probe. Okay, I was gonna say, he didn't have enough minerals to make another probe, but he has one probe here. Just kidding, he queued up some probes. He's fine. I mean, he's not fine. He's gonna be at like 5 probes at 30 minutes, which is never a good thing. But back home, what are we doing? Building the Wraith Ball of all Wraith Balls. Because he can't build detection? He doesn't have an observatory. That's the key here. There's not an observatory for the Protoss. So this might just turn out to be a giant Cloaked Wraith Ball getting the win against carriers after all. I want everybody who's ever said, just build a bunch of Wraiths against the carriers and kill them when they're cloaked. Snipe the observers, kill the carriers, you say. Again, easier said than done because most pros will have 5, 6, 7 observers running around. Good luck sniping them all before your paper-thin Wraiths die, right? But in this situation where there literally are not any observers, nor is there any way for Mong to build them, there's an observatory on the way. Somewhere. Somewhere out there. Oh! Or this happens! And it buys you the time to make an observer. Holy crap! Okay, this is getting an epic tag. What a game. I feel like I've had a few epic tags recently, and I don't like to overdo them, but by golly. Sometimes it's worth it. Sometimes it's an epic tag you can't deny in your bones, you know? It's got 2 observers on the way. Because he's got these robos down here. And if the stasis wears off... okay. Arbiter kind of getting sniped here. Oh, he stasis. No, he doesn't. Okay. Ow! 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 The observers are here! Ow! Run! Dude, as Mong just won this thing with the sickest stasis. Maybe in the history of stasises. That's probably not true. There have been some really sick stasises in the past. But look at this. We are coming across. What do you got to deal with me? Well, some wraiths. I brought observers. What's your other play? Actually, they're lagging behind. They don't have the speed upgrade yet. Nor will they ever, I don't think, in this game. Wraiths making an effort here, but... Observers. Oh, observer snipe! Observer snipe! What? What? Storm them! Storm the Wraiths! Kill them all! Another observer came in. Another observer came in. Where is that one? Oh, here it is. Another 2 observers came in. And Hamburger taps out. The final 2 observers are the winners here today. Absolutely insane. Insane fastest map PvT there. Observer sniping is what it comes down to. But then replacement observers are what it comes down to in the end. Yeah, surprise carriers, man. Surprise carriers winning the day for Mong. Hamburger was not ready for it. Hamburger destroyed Mong's economy. Mong has 11 probes now. Now he has 11 probes. But 3/3 carriers, man, against a Terran that doesn't have enough Goliaths, right? You saw the Wraith strategy. It's great until detection shows up. And then suddenly they die real fast. And backup observers. Backup observers are great. He had another pair of observers coming in. He's just building observers and probes right now. He knows. He knows the key to victory. And he does it. Too many tanks from Hamburger. Maybe wasn't aggressive enough. Wasn't able to wipe out Mong's economy fast enough. That was there. That play was there for a while, right? We saw it. We talked about it. He just never took it until the carrier fleet was done. And surprising him. And by that point, it's just too late. So, GG, man. Hamburger goes down. The monster goes down. 488,000 points for Mong. 443,000 points for Hamburger. Outproducing the Terran by about a third there. The killing, though, of Mong's units was insane. 700 Protoss units died. Only 500 Terran units going down. When he outproduced by 300, sure. Makes a lot of sense. Both players losing a ton of structures. Effectively, both losing their entire main bases, so does it really matter? And then Mong, just more economy. More gas, more minerals, and more spent. Because even though Hamburger was denying the drops on his economy over and over and over again, Mong never got threatened until it didn't matter anymore. And that was the issue. So, insane. And just an absolutely great, great PVT. Thanks again to Joe of Joe's Fastest StarCraft cast. Really appreciate you, man. Thanks for being a patron. Thanks for sending me these awesome replays. I look forward to next month's one pretty immensely. Fastest Map fans, be sure to check him out. All right, cool. So that right there is going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered and a Fastest Map. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching. You take care of yourself.